Papua New Guinea, home to the third largest rainforests in the world. Our beautiful coastlines host 65% of the world's coral reefs, 7% of the world's biodiversity found in our amazing country. The forests, the fauna, the waters are a part of our cultural identity for thousands of years. But now, plundered, damaged, declining. To prevent, halt, and reverse the impact of climate crisis, Port Moresby took the lead to become Generation Restoration, launching 2021's World Environment Day celebrations, a walk for awareness and positive action, an army of green marching from Murray Barracks to Ella Beach.
Walk slowly, you're coming up the hill for horse. Yeah, we like everyone to dance, so everyone is all slowly. I have Rosie over here to dance.
Governor Pakop at the helm, with important partners like UNDP, lending crucial support to amplify the message.
So we started World Environment Day 47 years ago, and every year it's bigger and bigger and bigger. And this year, Papua New Guinea has emerged not just in the region, not just in the Asia Pacific, but in the world.
The earth and life as we know it now is under severe threat. Its biodiversity, the coral reef, and all that we have. The ocean, you may look at him now. And by look at him, you na mina by you stop. Restaurant by stop, beginning by stop, life by stop.
One thing I'd like to ask a question is, will our children and our children's children look at us as an age group to say, we did nothing or we did everything to protect their environment?
The city galvanized into action through a series of well-planned events, coordinated through multiple stakeholders. Targeted at school children, the generation that will bear the burden of climate impact, Port Moresby Nature Park started the Environment and Me program. Over a period of 3 weeks, 6,000 students went through intensive yet fun educational sessions on environment.
The life of our children today depends on what we adults do now. The future depends on what we do and the commitment that we take. So today is significant that we are launching this program with our children. The children have to be in the forefront of our call and our action, because they will inherit whatever we do or not do today. There is no time to waste. By 2030, the temperature of the world must come down, because if we fail, we are condemning our children to that dire future.
The theme ecosystem restoration, timely for a city stretched to its limits by population explosion, urbanization and pollution. But now, Port Moresby joined a cohort of 65 other cities across the world, signing a declaration for green and resilient urban policies under the Cities for Forest campaign. In the next few days, Port Moresby hosted a high-level forum organized by the Conservation and Environment Protection Authority and UNDP along with CCDA. The move, signaling the political will to act within the narrow window of opportunity under 9 years left to reverse the degradation. Finally, a much-awaited mechanism for sharing experiences, insights, and building collaboration amongst all stakeholders in the battle against climate change.
And I know the NGO have been working on their own community-based organizations, shouldering the responsibility of protecting our environment. The NGOs and the government, we must work together. This is the only way forward and the solution forward.
The two-day event saw facilitation of various sessions, which culminated into Papua New Guinea's first ever Environment and Climate Emergency Summit. Opening the summit, Governor Pakop called for concrete action.
We continue to run and maintain an economy that has little regard to our health. We need a paradigm shift in all aspects. We need to protect the remaining rainforest and restore that we have lost. And we need to protect our coral reefs. We need to stop polluting our waterways and the seas. We need leadership at all levels, starting at the top, down to all our communities. We need to talk less and do more.
The summit has the potential to highlight PNG's long-term economic prosperity. Let me please emphasize this strongly: between trees and people. There's no such choice, as both go hand in hand.
These targets cannot be achieved without a clear policy planning and implementation plan.
There's been oversaturation of greenhouse gases in the troposphere of our atmosphere. This summit comes at a time when the planet is at crossroads. The path we choose now determines the lives our children and future generations will live.
We have an irresponsible group of people who are basically hell-bent on making as much as they possibly can while they can. Our landowners, who are the best custodians in the world, you don't need to train these people. They've lived with their forest for thousands of years. They need their roads, they need their bridges, they need their aid posts.
The discussions and consultations giving rise to outcomes that would help Papua New Guinea emerge as a leader of green economy. But beyond the high-level meetings on the ground, the National Capital District Commission held mega celebrations under its flagship Amazing Port Moresby program. Sir Hubert Mary's Stadium came alive as 600 children enthusiastically took responsibility for their own future.
The world is in crisis and we all must rise up to do our part. Today, I'm very, very happy that you all can come out, young people of our city. Let us today have a great celebration and let us galvanize the entire city and the entire country so that we can make a difference to this one planet that we all have.
The overcast skies couldn't dampen the spirits of the students and leaders as 6,000 trees were planted under the guidance of NCDC's Parks and Gardens Division, with support from Port Moresby Nature Park. Political leaders, government agencies, diplomats, UNDP representatives all came together to make a big statement.
You can make a difference, you young leaders. And planting a tree is making a difference. You are taking part in one of the greatest efforts of humanity, which is to give back. And you're giving back to nature, you're giving back to Earth, the only home we have.
Stressing on the need for environmental intervention, students from various NCD schools led the way for positive action.
I see the effects of pollution when the blue sky starts turning gray, the familiar warmth of the sun on my skin getting warmer and warmer every day. I see the effects of pollution when the blue-green sea turns a dirty brown color, infested with plastics and waste.
From school projects like these came inspiration and insight about how the Generation Restoration envisions a better world around themselves.
Well, as you can see, this is an oil rig. Our topic is pollution. An oil rig contributes to the three types of pollution. We have land pollution, air pollution and sea pollution. In the making of an oil rig, we clear out trees and harm the natural habitat of some species and other species that live off from plants, you know. So, so that's where land pollution takes place.
I am so encouraged that today we have well pronounced 600 new warriors who will take on the fight against climate change. What we have done and demonstrated today in planting trees is for a very, very worthy cause.
Lucero de la mañana.
A section of the stadium was devoted for vendors selling fresh produce, like fruits and kulaus, encouraging sustainable lifestyles.
Vendors, mamas, ni blog ada 15 kam lo yan lo atenim this la occasion. Ni can think also gata mama blomi ola mamas. That's the first time to live in Guinea and come out like that. To see new things, good things, happenings surrounding areas all come out now. All me feeling they are most excited. Now me like to thank you especially the governors plus the NCDC staffs who organized this venue and this organization that we have to come and see what's happening.
The community dance, instilling a sense of purpose for these women who came out to lend their voices to an important cause. As the sun rose on a new day, hundreds joined in an awareness walk, celebrating World Ocean Day.
Whether you are from the highlands, or you are from the coastal area, or you are from the island, the ocean produce marine life and produce oxygen that is here for everyone. And it also sinks carbon. The coral reef and down in carbon now. And we can help in Yumilo solving this climate emergency in Afghanistan.
Going beyond just symbolism, NCDC spearheaded massive coastal cleanups organized by the NCDC Waste Management. From Ella Beach to Konebara, to Kanudi, to Idubara, a big group of woke city residents and children volunteered to clean up the mess in our beaches. A new era for Port Moresby as the city arose to do its part and became a part of solution.